Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so. So I'm just going to measure the spacing of the handle. Remember our handle is measured 14 inches. So I'll mark 3 inches from the edge to this place and the other side as well from the edge to this place. That is 3 inches. You can do it in two ways. Either you get the midpoint, then space from the midpoint, or you bring from the edge. So I'm bringing this one from the edge. Maybe in my subsequent videos, I'll use that midpoint method for you to understand that one as well. So you're just going to place the handle, and when placing the handle, be very sure that you place it straight so that you don't have a twisted handle. Place it from the right side of the taffeta. So you look at the taffeta very well. You see this is the right side which is going to be showing outside after sewing. So you place your handle there, and so when sewing, make sure you reverse your machine so that you have a very secure handle. When I make my bags, the handle hardly cuts, except I'm using a very weak leather. Even taffeta is weak leather, but the handle will not cut. If it's going to cut, that means the taffeta as well will cut. So that's what it means. So you sew, you reverse very well. You reverse very well. You do the same thing to the other side. You reverse it very well. Reverse it very well. So after this, you're just going to bring it out. So now you turn it to the wrong side. You see the handle, I've turned it to the wrong side. You just fold. This is the first folding. You're going to fold it the second time as if you are doing your normal hemming on sewing when you are sewing clothes. But if you're not used to sewing clothes, this is what we call hemming when you are sewing clothes. That is, maybe you are sewing the down of your trouser, down of your gown. It's called hemming. So you do your normal hemming. That's what we are doing here. So after folding, you know the handle will move as if it's going inside the bag. You just make sure it is firm. What I like the taffeta is that when you press it, wherever you press it to, it will stand as if you have ironed it. So when you are sewing, when you get to where the handle is, you just bring the handle up and sew on top of the handle. You see what I'm going to do here now? You bring it up. So I want you to notice this. This is what I'm going to be doing in all my souvenir bags. I will hide the handle and also sew it perfectly well. Please, when you are doing your own, ensure that it's very straight. You will see the way I'm going to sew the other side, it will be very straight. In this video, I was trying to watch my camera if I am on point. That is, if the camera is capturing everything I'm doing, because I've done this video before. I realized that my camera was on pause, it wasn't videoing anything, so I have to restart all over again. So I was watching my video, I was watching the camera as well making this bag. So it's shake and I have some bend. I don't really have a straight sewing, which is not really nice. So I implore you, please be careful and have a straight sewing. Don't have a bent sewing like this. You see, when you're making bags, perfection, you have to ensure perfection. So I will give it a second sewing, that is double. So after doing that double sewing, just make sure that whenever you get to the handle, you remember to put the handle on top and sew on top the handle. You see what I just did? And whenever I get to the handle, I always reverse. You can see what I mean by it's bent. I'm not supposed to sew it this way. Please don't make your own to be like this. And I always encourage my learners to always do better than the teacher. That is when you make your teacher proud. If you are not even doing as good as what the teacher is doing, you are indirectly saying that teacher is a failure. So if you do better than I am, that means I'm a winner. And I believe I have good learners here, and it's going to be a win-win-win thing for us. So always remember to trim off all your thread. It gives a neat finishing, a good finishing, a professional look. So you see the handle. So I might not be showing the other part of the other side video, but I'm just going to do the same thing. But this time around, believe me, I'm going to make a very good video. a very good sewing, because it will be straight and neater than this. So what I'm just going to do now, I just want to use this video to also teach you how to fix magic taping. They call it magic taping here. I've forgotten the rename in English in case you want to search for it. I've forgotten it. When I remember, I'll tell you in my subsequent videos. So I'm just going to add a magic taping. I just feel like I should use it to teach you how to add a magic taping in case if need be. It's optional, it's not necessary. You might decide to put it and you might decide not to put it. So what I'm going to do now is to get the midpoint. As I've told you before, this is how to get a midpoint. You hold it equally and it will press. So I'm just going to mark the midpoint so that I don't get mistake. Then even the magic taping, I'll make sure I get a midpoint as well, then place it on where I just mark. So I'm just going to sew it four corner, that is like a rectangle or a square, whichever way you choose to call it. So after sewing it down, I think that is that about this side. It's just to go to the other side and repeat all that we did here. There, the magic taping come in two way, the one that clips and the one that doesn't clip. The one is scratchy and one is soft. So when you fix this one here that is scratchy, you fix the other one that is not scratchy on the other side, exact facing each other, so that it can grip when you use it to lock the bag. So that's the purpose of the magic tape. It's optional, as I've told you earlier. If you're practicing and you don't have magic tape, don't get discouraged, just practice. So you see, just go again, just sew it up like that, like so, and voila, we are done. All we did here is what we are going to repeat on this other end that you're looking at. So after that, I think I'll be doing all that behind camera, because I don't want this video to be too long, and I also want it to be very 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 explanatory, so that even a beginner will understand. As I was saying, you see the other side I did, you see how straight it is now. You see how straight, what I mean by straight. I really did it. I wasn't concerned about camera this time around because there was no camera. I was careful doing it and I concentrated doing it. It's so straight. So you see the other side I did that is not straight, the one I did on camera. So please and please and please, I want you to make sure your work is very neat. Don't allow your work to be rough. Preferably, you can even use a matching thread to ensure that your work is very very neat. Actually use black thread for you to see my sewing clearly, and you can also use a matching belt if need be, and if you have access to it. Why some people will say you should use blue and black or blue and pink, whatever their choice is. So, and if they don't have a choice and the choice is yours, make sure you choose colors that we speak for you, that will bring out your job well done. So this time around, we're just going to sew the sides, and when we sew the side, our work is done, our bag is ready. Just to turn it out and start using your bag. So in the next video, I'm just going to show the second way you can make this bag. After sewing this side, you can decide to just turn it out and start using it, or the next method, I'm still going to show you how to make a base for it. So that's going to be the next class, how to make a base for this bag, with this type of bag. So I have two of these already. I'm using this one as the normal bag, which I'll just join at the sides, turn it out, while the other one I will make a base for it. I'll be sending in the picture soon. Thank you very much for watching. I think probably this is the end of the video. By now you should understand the simple way to make a souvenir bag. Thank you very much for watching. So the other side is just done. The next thing is to turn it out, I've said earlier. After turning it out, you just stretch it out, you're going to see the end product. So if you have to print name, you just print it on the body. You could even do that before sewing, because when printing, if you print before sewing, it always come out nice, because you don't have to, that is because it's going to be lying flat to be easier and it come out nicer. Because I also do printing as well, and if you're interested in enrolling in my printing class, which will make your work faster and easier, you can let me know. so that you enroll in my printing class. So this is the bag. It's ready, very very